Hey guys, welcome back to Mr. Phone. My name is Paurush and today we have a brand new device from the Redmi 9 series. This is the new Redmi 9 Power, which was launched in India at a starting price of 10,999 rupees. It will be available for sale this week on Amazon.in and on me.com, and it will soon be available at offline retail stores as well. So do watch this video till the end, and if you are new to this channel, then consider subscribing by hitting the red subscribe button, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you don't miss any updates. Starting with the design, the Redmi 9 Power is made up of plastic and features a matte textured finish. The Redmi logo has now been ingrained at the bottom left side of the device. Personally, I don't like the size of the logo, but this is a completely subjective opinion. Once the sunlight reflects on the surface of the device, you will notice the formation of light streaks. Now I know what you're thinking. We have already seen a similar design on the Realme C3. Well, mutual feelings guys. Thanks to the massive 6000 mAh battery, the device weighs 198 grams and is 9.8 millimeters thick, but the weight distribution has been done really well. You can easily grip the smartphone. Sometimes single-handed usage becomes a little unwieldy due to the wider chassis. Talking about physical overview, at the bottom you get a USB 2.0 Type-C port, primary microphone and the speaker grill. On the top there's the secondary noise cancellation microphone, headphone jack and the second speaker grill. Oh yes, you get a dual stereo speaker setup here. It's the first time on a Redmi smartphone. On the left we have the triple SIM slot. On the right we have the power button, which also acts as a side mounted fingerprint sensor, and the volume rockers. Both of them offer satisfying tactile feedback. As for biometrics, the fingerprint sensor quickly unlocks the smartphone. It quickly recognizes the fingerprint 9 out of 10 times. So I would say that's nice. You also get the option for face unlock, which does the job pretty well. Overall, just like the previous Redmi series smartphones, the Redmi 9 Power's design is functional and likable. It can easily survive a couple of water spills due to the nano coating. While concerning about the durability, it's quite the sturdy build. Good to see that just like the very popular Redmi 9 Prime, the company has chosen a full HD Plus display for the Redmi 9 Power as well. It's a 6.53-inch IPS LCD panel with a centrally aligned cutout for the notch that houses the selfie camera. The display is protected by Gorilla Glass 3. It's safe to say that this is a well-tuned LCD panel offering punchy colors and good contrast. With the Widevine L1 certification, you can enjoy your favorite content in the highest resolution on Netflix, Amazon Prime and other OTT platforms. Coming to the brightness, the display gets really dim for usage in dark environments, and the sunlight legibility for outdoor usage is decent. Unless you are planning to sit outside soaking in the sun in these winter days, watching your favorite shows, it's a good device to binge watch inside your home. Coming to the audio, the dual stereo speaker output is fantastic addition to the Redmi lineup, and considering the price point it retails for, it has got really good speaker setup. You get good level of loudness and the dialogues or vocals are crystal clear. Here's a quick sample for you to judge yourself. If you are an audiophile, you can expect a good experience while listening to your favorites using the 3.5mm jack. Also, Xiaomi has introduced a feature of auto cleaning, which apparently removes all the dust particles from the speaker grill. So you can be assured that over time, the speaker output doesn't deteriorate. The call quality is solid on this device. The earpiece is loud and clear and perfect for taking calls in any kind of scenario. The Redmi 9 Power comes with support for dual 4G dual VoLTE. You get Wi-Fi calling, native video call support, and built-in voice recorder that wakes up the IVR prompt for the other party. Overall, a fantastic audio experience on the Redmi 9 Power. In terms of performance, the Redmi 9 Power runs on the Snapdragon 662 processor. You get 2 RAM and storage variants, 4GB RAM, 64GB storage, and 4GB RAM with 128GB storage. Both the variants feature LPDDR4X RAM and the new UFS 2.2 storage standard, replacing eMMC as seen on some other Redmi smartphones. For perspective, the costlier Redmi Note 9 Pro comes with UFS 2.1 storage. We have previously tested the Snapdragon 662 on the Moto G9 Power and the Moto G9. We did not find any issues with this chipset as it offers smooth, lag-free experience. The performance is fine for both moderate and heavy users with no significant issues worth mentioning. Now let's talk about the gaming on Redmi 9 Power. I played a bunch of games like Call of Duty and Asphalt 9 at high graphics and high frame rates. We did not notice any frame drops during the gameplay. The device did get a little warm, especially towards the camera module after 30 minutes of gaming. We did not find any issues worth reporting as far as casual gaming is concerned on the smartphone. On the software side, the device comes with MIUI 12 based on Android 10 out of the box. Over the years, Xiaomi has improved the software experience on its Redmi smartphones. There have been complaints by many Xiaomi users of frequent ads, but more or less that seems to have been resolved. You can turn off personalized ads in the settings. I like the fact that now you get the default Google apps like Dialer, Messenger and Contacts instead of the native ones from Xiaomi. I used it as my daily driver using all the social media apps, and there wasn't a single instance that I recall where it showed a significant lag. Unfortunately, the bloatware app still exists, and I recall looking at around 10 pre-installed games and apps in total which don't belong to the Xiaomi's MIUI system apps. But fret not, they can be easily uninstalled. Overall, the new user experience on the Redmi 9 Power is splendid. There is really no major complaint about the MIUI 12 after using it for more than a week. It's now time to talk about the cameras. You get a 48 megapixel quad rear camera setup with a single LED flash. The primary 48 megapixel lens is a Samsung GM1 sensor. There is an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens with 120 degree field of view, a 2 megapixel macro lens and a 2 megapixel depth sensor for shooting portraits. The selfie camera is an 8 megapixel unit. You can shoot 1080p videos from both the front and the rear camera and also from the ultra wide angle lens. Let's talk about the image quality. Starting with the daylight shots, in this first image you can see that the sharpness and the details are not very impressive. No matter where you zoom in this image, you will be left disappointed with the result. Plus, the color reproduction is also not impressive. The color of the buildings and the sky does not look true to source. Switching to the 48 megapixel mode, you do notice an improvement in terms of sharpness and details, but it's not a significant one. The color reproduction is once again not true to source. In the second daylight shot, the green shades of the plants have been captured accurately. But once again, the sharpness and details leave a lot to be desired. The buildings in the background also look overexposed. The highlights have not been controlled by the camera app. Surprisingly, the image from the ultra-wide angle lens looks much better in terms of color reproduction, but the details and sharpness are not very impressive. I did not see any improvement in terms of shadow details after switching on the HDR mode. You can see that on the left side, the bottom portion of the tree still looks dark, and the color of the sky also appears overexposed. Talking about close-up shots, we notice the presence of a blue tint in this first image, and you can clearly make out the absence of details and sharpness. In the second close-up, we do get a sharper result, but looks like the camera has focused more on the leaves than on the red flower, which has been captured in pink color. Talking about rare portraits, you will notice that the skin tones look very natural and you get good level of facial details as well. But the cutout looks a little weird, especially on the left side. I'm not quite happy with the macro shots. The image is not very sharp and it looks a bit high in contrast. The image details are not impressive either. Same goes for the indoor shots, where along with the excessive contrast, the image lacks exposure and sharpness. Coming to the low light images, you do get to see an improvement in terms of exposure by switching on the night mode. But once again, the contrast levels ruin the result. Xiaomi needs to control the contrast on these images. Let's move to the selfies now. In daylight selfies, you will notice good level of facial details and the facial tones look almost true to source. But the green color of my t-shirt has been captured in a lighter shade by the selfie camera. The indoor selfies and the low light selfies look very unappealing. And now finally we have the feature that adds the word power in Redmi 9 Power, the 6000 mAh battery. This massive battery almost lasted me for 2 days, which included the mix and match average usage of media, social apps, calling and gaming. Now if you are a heavy user, it will easily give you a day's worth of battery life. The 22.5 watt charger in the box will charge the device from 0 to 100% in 2.5 hours, which is good enough. Xiaomi claims that the Redmi 9 Power batteries support enhanced lifespan. This means that you can expect up to 1000 charge cycles without any significant loss in terms of battery life. That's good for the environment and your personal usage, as the batteries will retain the value for longer period. So guys, this was our full review of the new Redmi 9 Power, and what I can say is that if you are in the market looking for a new Redmi smartphone that comes with great battery life, and if you like this design, this new design language that comes with this massive Redmi logo, and if you want a good full HD display for content consumption and overall usage, then you should definitely go with the Redmi 9 Power. Otherwise, in this price range, you get a lot of different options. The best one that I could think of right now is the Moto G9 Power that comes with 6000 mAh battery, Snapdragon 662 processor, but you get a stock Android experience. And if you want something else, then you also get the Realme Narzo 20, which comes with Realme UI, 6000 mAh battery, 48 megapixel triple camera setup, and you know all the features, I'm sure about it. So you have other options as well. If you don't want this device, then you can consider them. Otherwise, if you want a good Redmi smartphone at this price range, Redmi 9 Power is a great choice. Let us know in the comments what do you think about this smartphone, and let us know what do you think about this video. In case you like it, give us a thumbs up, share this video, and make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you don't miss any updates. We will be back soon with another video. Till then, take care of yourself. Goodbye. Stay safe.